Optic Blasters. Pick your team. Number 3, 10-box break. Good luck. Bro, guys, if anybody out there is wrestling fans, guys. No, dude, I don't know. Yeah, it started yesterday, Dave. I'm not sick, or at least knock on wood, I'm not feeling sick right now. Right now. Just got a tingle in my throat. For lack of sexual terms there. Yeah, dude, guys, I had a great time, though. Mania was awesome. It was phenomenal. It was my first Mania. You know, aside from a few hiccups down the road, obviously. You know, I loved our seats. Seats were really, really packed. I'll tell you guys as I'm opening these packs, because I got like 10 minutes till I'm done opening these. You know, so we got to the stadium and stuff. There was 61,000 that first night. It was packed as hell. You know, it was hella packed. The chairs they gave us was those cheap-ass Walmart plastic chairs. It was cheap as hell. So, bro, it was cheap. It was zip-tied together. That's how they rigged it for WrestleMania. It was zip-tied. So the seats sucked. We were basically sitting on each other's lap, like straight up. And I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, trust me. But if anybody's bigger than me, I'm 275. If you're bigger than that, I don't think you fit in your chair, straight up. But I had a few, special needs, disabilities kids by me, which was awesome. Lots of them just flipping off everybody, all the bad wrestlers, they're just flipping them off. We had a rowdy, our section was a little rowdy. I had some old school guys behind me, so we kind of had, no, you know, no more rats. You know, it was just a great overall experience, you know, to be there. I'm very thankful. Again, night number 1, great finish, great everything, good surprises, good everything. Night number 2, man, it was great, and yeah, right up until that finish. The Logan Paul match, nobody cared for. Getting kind of played out already. But yeah, Travis Scott, no reason being there. And I was so salty. You guys have I was so salty Sunday night. I was like, man, I paid for that kind of finish? Come on, man. So I gave it another chance. I ended up going to Raw last night. And I'll be dead honest with you. The Raw last night checked every goddamn box. Every box. Surprises. It was fun. The matches were really good. We knew. You know what, Raul? I honestly urge you to give it another chance. And I'll tell you this. I never cared for like a lot of female wrestlers, and I'm not that way. Trust me. I never thought they brought the same intensity as like male wrestlers. Truthfully, being there at WrestleMania and watching like the triple threat match with Io and Rhea Ripley, that match was one of the only other matches that everybody cheered for, like straight up saying this was awesome. They didn't use tables, they didn't use chairs, they didn't use nothing. Just pure athleticism, high-risk maneuvers, like, oh, it was great. And even last night, Io Sky, Stephanie Vakir from NXT, they came through. And they tore that house down again last night. It was crazy. I urge you to give it another chance. Bro, Raul, I get it. I'm in the same era. I trust me, I'm from the same era, Raul. I stopped. 05, 06, 07 was the last time I watched. Excuse me. I'm from that exact same era. You're waiting for paint to dry. I urge you to give it a chance. It's actually not as bad. Some of the people is kind of like, eh. Rusev is huge in person. Sorry, Mark, I wasn't ignoring you. Otis is awesome, though. I always liked Otis. Alexa Bliss is cool. I always liked her. No, didn't expect that. I knew Orton was gonna go against Cena. I didn't know to what capacity it was gonna be. But obviously, Backlash being in St. Louis, Missouri, Orton's hometown, I already knew that I knew that was coming. The NXT call-ups, that was kind of, we knew that was gonna happen. Rusev coming out when he did, I didn't understand. I never cared for Rusev before, though. I never cared for Rusev, so again, he's someone I would have to learn about. McIntyre is cool, all like that. Again, I gotta kind of learn more about him. You know what? And again, Raul, I'm telling you, like, I was the exact same way, which is why I quit. Like, I would watch here and there. I never kept up with it, Raul. But being there, experiencing the crowd again in WrestleMania, you know, giving them actually a chance and, like, seeing how far the women's division... The women's division is the one that actually is reeling me in. 100%. That was kind of weird, Mark, yeah. The Vulture... Everybody, Dominic Mysterio, everybody hates it. Everybody was booing Dominic Mysterio. And as soon as he won the championship, the whole place erupted in cheers. It was crazy. Everybody cheered for him. Same thing last night. Yeah, Raul, it's crazy. The women's division is what's really reeling me back in. To see how far they've come and, like, actually how skilled a lot of the women wrestlers are. Good arm drag takedowns, superplexes, you know, power bombs. They got, I mean, Bianca's strong. Bianca's always strong, obviously, but they're a different breed now, bro. It's even funnier because, like, it's even more funny because, like, the skinny girls, the real small, 5 foot, you know, 95-pound girls, they're just as strong as, like, China now. It's crazy. Obviously, it sucks to see, like, Orton getting older and stuff. He'll still wrestle, but I think he's going to start going part-time soon. But yeah, lots of talent. There is lots of talent. Some of the talent are still stale, but I mean, even in the Attitude Era, there was a ton of talent that was stale. There's no real tag teams that's fun to watch. That's kind of like a thing of the past, in my opinion. There's no true tag teams, I should say. Nobody cared for the New Day. Nobody cares really for the War Raiders. All right, let's go. I know I'm talking a lot of wrestling. I was very... Trust me, Heat Lover, I went off on a huge rant when Rock didn't show up. I was pissed. I wasn't the only one pissed. Everybody in Allegiant Stadium was like, what the hell? Jatavion, how are you going to end it like that? JJ. Isaac. We're like, what the hell did The Rock have to show up for? Travis. Vidal. What's up, Timmy?
Hammer time.
Tori. What's up, brother?
Your videos are so long, there's so many of them, I cannot watch them all.
Oh, I know.
But I want to tell you one thing.
What's up?
The absolute joy on your face makes my day every day, son.
Love it. Bro,
I love the joy in your face.
You know what? You know what? Like I told everybody, there were certain things I got frustrated at, like the way certain matches went.
Yeah.
I was pissed. I was invested, and I get that's part of the entertainment.
That,
right?
that's
part
what
of it.
You got to throw a curve once in a while, right?
Yep. And you might not always like it, but in the end, usually it works out.
Yeah.
But like I can't forget it costed a lot of money to be there.
Sure.
But the environment, the people, Tory Taylor purple, the everything about it, the atmosphere. JJ again for the Vikings, purple shock.
I'm just talking about when you're walking around and when you're going in and the picture you took with Derek. Just all the joy. You were just a happy son of a gun, man.
Bro,
that makes me feel good.
It's WrestleMania. Like this is my this is like Super Bowl #1 for me. Like there's nothing that will ever compare to it. And
nice.
Last night we went to the regular Monday Night
I saw that.
Raw.
Yeah.
So we went to that. It kind of went last minute.
Yeah.
It wasn't like really something I was gonna do. But then we ended up going, and like that was just phenomenal.
That looked like you were having a great time.
We had good seats and everything, and I was like, oh yeah, this is great.
That's awesome. See, and it's to see someone else enjoy something that I just don't get into at all. It's so cool. You know what I mean? Because obviously people love it. Otherwise, it wouldn't be so huge. But it was just something I was never into. But
it's nice to escape reality. It's nice to be on your toes and be like, oh shit, this guy really sucks. Oh shit,
And Jay is married to one of my favorite baseball players of all time.
Jay Cargill?
Yeah. Brandon Phillips, the second baseman for the Reds in the 90s.
Oh, wait. In the 90s?
Yeah.
Not Brendan Phillips, the goofball, right?
No, Brandon Phillips, the goofball. The happiest baseball player you ever watched to me.
I love Brandon Phillips.
Yeah.
Unique batting stance, right?
I've got all kinds
got
of...
the little squat going on.
All kinds of autographs for him. He's just the nicest guy ever. And a great second baseman, too.
Great second baseman. Unfortunately, they got no hit by the good doctor in the NLCS. That's how I remember him.
Yeah. Now he married up, obviously.
I didn't know they were married.
Yeah, I think they're married, yeah.
So she's younger, he's older, basically, I'm assuming.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It might have been the 2000s. It was probably 2000s.
Yeah. When you said 90s, I was like, wait.
No, 90 days.
I remember him late 2000s.
Yeah, no, that was Bookie Reese in the 90s. Yeah, Brandon Phillips 2000s, yeah. He signed a lot of stuff for me, a lot of stuff. Just the nicest guy.
A little bit to the right on this one, Nodak. A little bit off center. This one may... this one might be a borderline one, truthfully. I don't know if I would send that, to be honest with you. The centering looks a little... Again, I don't have a centering tool, but... To me, it looks like the left border, it looks like it's heavy right. Yeah. To me, I'm not the overall expert on this stuff yet, Mickey James was okay. Trish Stratus is a GOAT, but, when it comes to, wrestling, there's so many people that's so much better. Mae Young. Yeah, I remember Phillips. I do remember. When he said Brandon Phillips from the 90s, I was like, okay, it must be a different Phillips. So, Dead Dogs. So when you do the initial grading, when we do it first, I do believe, and you might want to check with Minnie on this, but I do believe we just we just wipe it down for prints, put it in a penny sleeve, put it in a card saver, send it off as is. I'm assuming we at least just wipe it with a microfiber cloth, because usually I know I get a little bit of fingerprints on it. Unfortunately, I try hard not to. If you want one of our cheat codes to actually evaluate it, check with Minnie on the answer I'm giving you, please, though, because I don't know for a fact. But I do know that we offer a review service, which is, I think, $7. And what we do is we actually send it to what we call our cheat code. It's a gentleman who's been in the hobby for forever, basically. And he'll put a centering tool on it. We don't do cleaning. We don't do any kind of waxes, special cleaners like that, because obviously PSA is pretty strict about those things now. But he'll inspect everything, and he'll give you a predetermined grade that he thinks it's gonna get. So then you can make a decision from there. All you gotta do is tell Minnie that you want to have it reviewed before grading. Then it's $7 per card, and then it goes from there, basically. If he tells you looks good, looks like a 9 or 10, Send it in. If he tells you, oh, hey, there's a dimple, hey, there's a deep scratch, blah, 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 it might get an 8. Then at that point, you might be able to save your 20 bucks, 40 bucks, 80 bucks, whatever it is. Yeah, Raul, trust me, Raul, I'm from the old school too. Trust me. And I was guilty. I was guilty of having my phone out with everybody too. But you know what? I will admit this. Like, there was a lot of moments that I didn't have my phone out. You know, there was a lot of moments where I chose not to. I'll give you a good example. Braswell, during the triple threat between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk, there were 2 spots, Braylon Trice. One spot, obviously, I know that Punk will wear Macho Man attire gear, so I knew his trunks was Macho Man yellow. You know, Xavier Worthy, I know the pink, the salmon pink, and the yellow. Well, his trunks was Macho Man yellow, so when he took the top rope, I knew it was gonna be a Macho Man call. So I got that on film, but right after that, not even a couple minutes after that, I literally just was enjoying the match, and they performed the Doomsday Device. Nobody does a Doomsday Device anymore. Nobody does it. And to see that from a triple threat match was pretty cool. Ooh. Blue Hyper of JJ Jersey Piece Vikings are a sharp spot. What's up, Silly? Joel, my boy. There was a lot of like good spots. Again, paying tribute. It's not all stupid. It's not all Mexican destroyers. It's not all super kicks. Super kicks are a lot more prominent now. I don't think so, Ro. Like I said, I don't watch every day. But I'll tell you from here on out, I'm probably going to start watching every week again. Because after this weekend, like, I realized how much work everybody puts in. And, like, I want everyone to think about this. They sold out Allegiant Stadium. Excuse me. I don't know if they sold out SmackDown on Friday. But they sold out Allegiant Stadium Saturday, Sunday. And they sold out T-Mobile Arena on a Monday. 3 back-to-back-to-back sold-out shows should tell you a lot. Especially in today's era. Trust me, especially in today's era. Where old heads like me and you, we got to call it what it is. We're all old heads. We're used to, it's not a match without tables, ladders, and chairs. Or without somebody cussing you out, saying F you, jackass, something like that. Like, it ain't a match. It feels fake because they have to use entertainment, all like that. Right? Well, Triple H, especially over the past weekend, I can tell you, I heard the word wrestling, professional wrestling, jackass, suck it. I heard everything this past weekend. So, like, I can tell you, like, they're getting more edgy with their programming, which is perfect. They have the perfect balance of edginess and realism right now. Jershon. Flournoy. Obviously, there's still things with sponsors, of course. It's all business, right? Bowers. Sorry, guys. If I'm ranting too much, you let me know. Another jersey piece is Michael Wilson. Barner. Jonathan Brooks on the purple. Primary colors of Knicks. Another glitter. And it goes to my man Cam. It's Bullard on the blue glitter. Nice hit, Cam. Little PC love for your Packers. Bucky on the purple shock. Caleb base. Liu Fao. 4 left. Hey, you're welcome, Cam. You know I was kidding, Cam. You know I was just joking about it. I'm not joking about loving the Lions. I won't lie about that. But it's all in good fun and trash talk. In a couple months, I'll be talking a lot more trash. Trust me. Give me a couple more months. Now that we lost Ben Johnson, you guys might be doing the trash talking to me, but I'll eat it up. It's all in good fun. Yeah, that was that. You know, Dave, I remember that, and I still this day I thought that was the dumbest thing. It was funny because I was watching this little compilation this weekend of Mae Young taking bumps when she was 80 years old. You know, from Bubba Ray getting power bombed off the stage and everything like that, or taking the 3D. I give her so much credit. Why she was doing that at 80 years old, I'll never know. I'm assuming she got paid very well. But I give her a lot of credit. Somebody is blowing up my phone. Oh, yes, sir. Look at that. My phone is just blowing up. Look at that. Thank you, Bobby. Look at that. It's blowing up, guys. It's blowing up. What's up, Frankie? My phone is like just beeping. I'm popular. What's up, Frankie? I'm definitely not the OTC, brother. I'm not the OTC. It's just nice to feel like a little kid again, you know. When I go to wrestling, guys. When I go to wrestling and stuff, I literally feel like I'm 8 years old, 9 years old again, and nothing else matters. Like, only the show matters. Like it's wired. It's hardwired in my brain. Like I don't have to worry about anything. You know, for those 2 or 3 hours, I'm literally like, you know, you're not thinking about bills. You're not thinking about, you know, you're not stressing about events, you know, appointments, whatever it is. It's just like, it's just fun entertainment and drama that just never ends. Back in our parents' days, it was probably As the World Turns or, you know, all those other soap opera dramas that just never end. Ooh, there's our first. And it goes to my brother Royal. Out of the University of Michigan. It's Blake Corum on the Uptown. Don't tell Teddy. Here's your first Uptown. I beat you to it, Ozzy. I beat you to it. There's our first Uptown of the day, guys. Beautiful. My brother Royal will beat the sword on that. All downtowns and uptowns for these first 10. I'll beat the sword. He might be listening to me right now. Yes. That's why I'm on good behavior, because I don't want to get scoldings from Teddy. Teddy's my boss, if you guys don't know. Razzle. Teddy and Sleevey, they're my boss. Jordan. Leary. Cup. Burton, Purple Shock. Cooper on the hollow. Nice. There's a Knicks. What's up, Kanzler? You made it back home safe, brother? It's great meeting you. We were talking about it this whole morning. How was that for a Raw? Yeah, lots of you guys told me to get the blasters. I want to see the Target ones. What's up, Waldron? Is that you? What time did you get home last night? Yeah, I mean, that's common. We know that. Thankfully, I stashed my car in a good spot. Stashed my car in a great spot. Yeah, that's about right. Like I told you, it's probably about 1 o'clock was about the safe bet. So you probably crash out by, like, call it 2:30, 3 o'clock. You got a good 6-7 hours of sleep. Good enough. Now you can lounge for like another hour. It's good enough for me. That's what I do. Guys, take your Optic number 4s, guys. It's our first Uptown. Uptown, funk you up. Guys, keep attacking, guys. We got giant boxes, or I got giant cases of this product. I got at least 10 breaks of this product, so we got time, guys. Poke. Richard. All straight from our distribution. Milton, and you guys know I'm not lying because we already hit. Oh. First chain reaction. I was like, what is that? And we've now hit an Uptown and a Rookie Kings. Bell. Marvin. As we say that, we hit number 2. 2 Uptowns in 10 boxes. Pretty cool, right? There's a Josh Allen Uptown. Funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. And there it is. We got 2. Nice hit for Ava. That will beat the sword as well. Tavondre Sweat. I told you guys. Jaquan Jackson. I don't lie when we get shit, guys. No reason to lie. No need to deceive. I have 2 giant cases. I have 2 giant cases of this product. So I gotta have at least 100 boxes, I'm guessing. Maybe a little bit more. Look at that, 2 Uptowns. So these we don't have like regular cases of this product, guys. Like I said, it's like our Prism retail. They came in like giant fucking boxes. That's how it got shipped to us. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. I'm assuming it has to save with shipping or shipping weight, maybe. I'm assuming it has something to do with it. Assumptions. Recap. No autos yet, so I'm assuming the next one we'll probably see an auto or 2, maybe. We'll see. We had a couple of glitters there and a couple of jersey pieces. JJ. It will, yeah, once Bowman season comes around, James. Until then, I don't know when we're going to see daytime baseball. Because there's kind of no need, you know. Like, we don't want to be sitting there, like, we don't want to be on stream for an unreasonable amount of time just talking, obviously, you know. Quorum and the Allen will beat the sort for you guys. Nice Uptowns. I got to get pictures of these. Take your 4s. My brother Bergie said it only had 13 left.